How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Critics' Choice and PlayStation Indie sales that run through February 25th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. For $5.99, Bramble The Mountain King is a dark, emotional, story-driven adventure set in a haunting world inspired by Nordic folklore and tragic, deeply unsettling fairy tales. You play as Oli, a young boy on a perilous journey to rescue his sister from a terrifying troll, navigating eerie forests, murky swamps, and shimmering valleys filled with grotesque creatures and cinematic set-piece encounters that blur the line between dream and nightmare. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Still Wakes the Deep is a tense first-person horror game from the Chinese Room, placing you aboard a 1970s North Sea oil rig as a worker struggling to survive a vicious storm and an unimaginable horror. Explore a beautifully realized, evolving rig with no weapons, relying on wits and determination to sneak, climb, swim, and avoid a relentless, terrifying presence in storm-battered, claustrophobic, constantly shifting environments. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Nobody Wants to Die is a noir-style narrative adventure set in New York, 2329, where immortality comes at a cost and the lines between right and wrong blur. Play as Detective James Kara, investigating a serial killer who targets the city's elite, using time manipulation augmentations and advanced technology to reconstruct events and expose dark secrets in a society where death is a distant memory and morality is optional. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9.99, For the King 2 is a roguelite RPG where you assemble a party to overthrow the tyrannical Queen Rosamund and restore peace to the fractured realm of Farul. Strategize through turn-based battles on a tactical grid, explore procedurally generated biomes across a 30-hour campaign in infinite dark carnival mode, and roll dice-driven encounters in solo or 4-player co-op that demand coordination and careful planning. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 180 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Ghost Song is a moody 2D Metroidvania where a long-dormant dead suit awakens on the desolate moon of Lorien to uncover lost memories and buried cosmic truths. Explore winding alien caverns and long-abandoned research labs, master blaster and melee combat that builds heat for devastating strikes, and acquire powerful suit modules and traversal upgrades to unlock new paths while battling fungal horrors and metal husks. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Rune Factory 4 Special is a fantasy life sim RPG where you rule the town of Selphia after falling from the sky onto the native dragon Ventus Will and begin building a new life. Grow crops and raise monsters to strengthen your farm, explore trap-filled dungeons with customizable weapons and magic, and build relationships through seasonal festivals and marriage while unlocking newlywed mode and fully voiced bonus episodes. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 125 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Yakuza 4 Remastered is an action-adventure crime drama that follows Kazuma Kiryu, Shun Akiyama, Taiga Seijima, and Masayoshi Tanemura as they investigate a murder tied to the Tojo clan. Switch between 4 fighting styles across Kamurocho's streets, tackle side stories and minigames like hostess clubs and underground arenas, and unravel a conspiracy fueled by money, power, and a mysterious woman at its center. It's an 80 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Crow Country is a survival horror game that blends eerie exploration with challenging puzzles, atmospheric storytelling, and a deeply mysterious story. Navigate the abandoned theme park of Crow Country, uncover hidden secrets, and piece together the truth behind Edward Crow's disappearance, while confronting strange monsters and disturbing events, with every step demanding careful observation and problem solving. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Yakuza 5 Remastered expands the Dragon of Dojima's saga across 5 interconnected cities, 5 playable protagonists, and a sprawling story about loyalty, ambition, and the unbreakable bonds that tie the Yakuza together. After trying to live a quiet life as a cab driver, Kiryu is once again drawn into Japan's criminal underworld as tensions between the Tojo clan and Omi Alliance threaten to ignite a full-scale, bloody war. It's an 84 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Outlast Trinity is a first-person survival horror bundle that includes Outlast, Whistleblower, and Outlast 2, delivering 3 terrifying stories of investigative journalists confronting unspeakable horrors. Sneak through Mount Massive Asylum as Miles Upshur, uncover Murkoff's secrets as Wayland Park, and survive the cult-ridden Arizona desert as Blake Langerman using only a night vision camcorder. It's a 76 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 35 hours to finish both games. For $9.99, Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition is a third-person shooter set in 1942 North Africa, where you take down Axis forces, sabotage their plans, and survive using stealth, precision, and long-range sniping. This Ultimate Edition includes the base game, 9 DLC packs with massive new environments, 6 weapon packs, additional multiplayer maps, and shooting range, giving players the fullest, most action-packed experience of the series. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Carto is a charming hand-drawn adventure game built around a unique, world-altering puzzle mechanic where you manipulate the map to reshape the environment and unlock previously inaccessible areas. Use these powerful cartography abilities to solve clever environmental puzzles, assist a quirky and memorable cast of characters, explore diverse regions, and guide Carto on her heartfelt journey back to her long-lost family. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Sonic Origins lets you relive the classic adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in fully remastered high definition, complete with smoother animations and updated visual effects. Speed through iconic zones like Green Hill and face off against Dr. Robotnik's Death Egg robot while enjoying new areas, additional animations, expanded challenges, and a brand new anniversary mode. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Bionic Bay is a sci-fi platformer where a scientist uses a unique teleportation device to escape an ancient biomechanical world filled with deadly traps and inventive technology. You'll manipulate gravity, swap positions with objects and enemies, and master a realistic physics system while navigating intricate levels rendered in high-density pixel art with atmospheric sound design, creating a tense, thrilling, and immersive experience. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX2 amps up the series' signature high-speed 2D action, letting Copen tear through enemies with his new break shift and bullet shift forms. Traverse massive towers filled with diverse stages, hidden secrets, challenging encounters, and powerful bosses, while mastering Copen's upgraded bullet dash, razor wheel, and EX weapons to exploit enemy weak points and clear stages efficiently. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Vampire the Masquerade Justice is a stealth-focused narrative RPG set in the world of darkness, where you become a vampire prowling the shadowy streets of Venice to punish the guilty and uncover sinister plots. Use stealth, persuasion, and an arsenal of upgradable powers to sneak past enemies or unleash vampiric abilities like fangs, blood cauldrons, and shadow traps to exact brutal vengeance. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $6.99, Wild Hearts is an action-packed hunting game set in a fantasy version of feudal Japan, where you track and battle colossal beasts known as kimono, infused with the raw power of nature. Use deadly weapons, ancient karakuri technology, and strategic environmental manipulation to craft traps, set up hunting grounds, coordinate with allies, and take on these fearsome creatures alone or in seamless co-op with friends. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.59, Halls of Torment, the Bog Bundle is a horde survival game with a pre-rendered retro look, where you choose from multiple heroes and battle endless waves of unholy creatures in deadly underground expanses. Strengthen your hero with traits, abilities, and items, explore ever-twisting halls, and venture deeper into the abyss while surviving terrifying lords, with the Boglands expansion adding new heroes, mechanics, and challenges. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $7.49, The Division 2 is a tactical online RPG where you join elite civilian agents to save Washington, D.C., a city transformed by storms, flooding, and chaos, while battling hostile factions and protecting society's survivors. Complete seasonal objectives, strategically specialize your agent with unique skills and mods, and team up in co-op or competitive PvP to liberate the city and rebuild settlements while uncovering new threats. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.74, Despelote is an intimate soccer-focused narrative experience about people, childhood, and community, told through the eyes of 8-year-old Julian in the streets and parks of Quito. You'll freely dribble, pass, and shoot a ball around real neighborhoods. Interacting with locals as ambient conversations, radio broadcasts, and city sounds create a snapshot of daily life shaped by Ecuador's World Cup hopes and everyday cultural rhythms. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I played Yakuza 4 and 5, Sniper Elite 3, and the Outlast games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.